Panthers. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Bears take over. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to put it diagnosed perfectly there.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here comes the Bears punter now. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumping.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they have
out.
that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Play action. Now it's Tua. Eluding the pressure right. Taking a shot here for Marshall. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd and a couple, Tua. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Tua now on 1st down. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack. Tua over the middle. That's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And the Bears will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. But no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A quick throw out wide to Mooney. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Second and 10. Here's Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, Christian McCaffrey is as tough to bring down as they come at the running back position, and he proved it right there.
Yeah, and this is most definitely the guy you want running the football when you need the tough yards on 3rd down. And he moves the chains and then some as he shakes off that first contact. And as they said in the 70s, he just keeps right on trucking.
Tua going to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he'll go down at the 28.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Tua sets up to pass it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Marshall. Touchdown! Terrace Marshall from 19 yards away. And the Panthers have taken the lead. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
First down, Chicago.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. And Sanders has got it complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Most famous one of my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
The Tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Was that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Miles Sanders punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears have retaken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they've lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's the Panthers punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Take it at the 37. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
5 yards remain on second down. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second down, back to Sanders.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's swung out wide to Sanders. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Play action. Now Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Manning. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open down.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Panthers 7. Highway Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
2nd and 7. Looking to pass. Tua. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's brought down.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On play action, here's Tua. Caught, Kelsey, left side. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Carolina! And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Lamar Jackson. 75 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From the 29, Tua. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about, defense. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. For Marshall, that's complete. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
On first down, Tagovailoa eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Tua, he'll air this one deep for Anderson. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
Switch. Check 13. Check 13. Bang, 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 bang. Bang. Right. Check the back. Go.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Tua. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over. Fights through and now a crease. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Derek Brown forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And it's incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field, and it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's going to look deep for Moore. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Oh, here we go. Oh. Hey, check Mike 27.
Tua on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Jackson running again. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers are right back in this football game. And now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
I think this is worth remembering. There's plenty of time left on the clock. So that means you don't necessarily need a big home run ball. You can still run your offense and look to take 15 to 20 yards at a time.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Deltha O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Manning. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Bears! Khalil Herbert from 4 yards out. And the Bears continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Now the point after try for Santos. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Panthers 17. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. And I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs because there's all that build up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room speech, it'll have a pretty positive spin.
It should. They've made a heck of a run to get to the playoffs and have that chance to advance, even though they didn't. But you're right about how much it's going to hurt because when you work that hard to get this far, it hurts just a little bit more. No matter when your season ends, it's a downer. But in this case, even more so because you had your eyes on the big prize, which was the Lombardi Trophy.